We are so thankful to host this lunch and have you with us today. This is a day that is exciting for those of us that have gotten to work alongside with Dr. Wayne Andersen in helping create health in our community, and you're going to hear about that. But I want to just handle a couple housekeeping notes first. We are offering 1 hour of CME for this presentation, and so on your table is a form that looks like this. If you are desiring CME credit, please fill that out and leave it in the basket that's on your registration table as you exit the building after the presentation. And secondly, any of you who don't get enough with today's lunch lecture, please know that Dr. Andersen will be back with us in this room tonight doing a very intimate discussion around how to discover your own optimal health, your own internal motivation towards your own health goals. So I would welcome you if you wanted to come back and join us tonight for a reception at 6 and a lecture at 7. Thank you for being here. It's my honor to get to introduce Dr. Wayne Andersen. Dr. Andersen grew up in Japan and actually was very intrigued as he watched the better health of the Asian culture that he was growing up in, and was spurred to move on into his life in science, and went to college as the first college attender in his family, graduated first in his class from medical school, and then went on to actually become the 10th board-certified critical care specialist in our country when that was a new emerging specialty. He then went back to Grandview Hospital in Ohio, where he led the team that was really the heart-lung surgery team and ran the intensive care unit for 18 years at Grandview. And during that time, he himself was working many, many long hours, as most of you do in this room, and realized that not only was his health in jeopardy, but that the impact he was having on people in his ICU was really a recycling process, where he patched them up, they went out, and because life didn't change much, lifestyles didn't change much, they came back. And he realized that there might be a better way to help people create health, really, that they could stay out of the hospital and maybe help us doctors have a less busy schedule, I suppose. So he went into a whole new field and launched a company that was a health company to help people create sustained change in their lives, both through weight loss, if that was needed, and through healthy nutrition, support, relationships, essentially a life transformation program. I would want you to know that you each have an opportunity. Every one of you makes a difference every day in your offices and with your patients every day. And I would invite you to hear what Dr. Andersen has to say today, because each of us, I think, is wanting to make a difference, and this may offer you a new tool or some new ideas on how you can do that. So please welcome Dr. Wayne Scott Andersen.
Thank you, Dr. Brossfield, and thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules. Until a few years ago, I worked about 110 hours a week. I was the only intensivist in a 500-bed teaching hospital, and I understand that you're on automatic right now. Unfortunately, I got some good food, so it was worth coming here today. But I'm hoping to leave you just with maybe some different thought processes. You know, we get kind of into our automated processes. We go through college and medical school and internships, residencies, and fellowships. We get into practice, and then it seems like we have no time. And one of the people that really suffers from that is actually ourselves and our physical health. And I found, I was wearing scrubs every day. In fact, I wore them. It's a no-no, but wore them everywhere pretty much. It was so much easier than having to get clothes out, right? So wore them sometimes out, sometimes always try to make sure there wasn't too much blood on them out of the hospital. But the point being is that we kind of get into a routine, and you're going through and manage care and all the external forces that are affecting us as physicians are pretty overwhelming. And so about a decade ago, I made the decision to move upstream and create health. And it was partially selfish. I had young children, 3-month and 3-year-old children that I basically never got to see. They were like mannequins in the crib. My wife was a nurse anesthetist that worked in the hospital with me, and we took our kids and put them into child care first thing in the morning and picked them up at night. And I was lucky sometimes to get home in time to say hi to them. So this is really more than a professional journey. It's also a personal journey. And it's a journey as one human, knowing that as doctors and working with our patients, humanistic qualities are so very important to us. And so today I'm going to maybe hopefully give you some reflection on that. I took a deep breath. I know when I used to get off in my time off, I'm a sailor and I love to sail. We had our sailboat we kept down in the islands. I know the first 3 or 4 days, everything on the boat that had any kind of frequency on it was like my beeper. I felt like I was a Pavlov dog. So it took about 5 or 6 days before I'd really relax, and then on the 7th day, it was Sunday, and I had to go home. And I knew as I got on the ferry to go across from the island and then get on my plane to go back to Ohio, I could just feel that sinking feeling that I was getting ready to go back into the rat race again. So stepping away and then really having the time to reflect on how do we help our patients really create health has been a great experience. And today we help 500,000–600,000 people at a time to create health in their life. Now, creating health in their life is not an easy thing. And so I'm going to take you relatively rapidly through the process, but hopefully some of the things are, we can talk about, why is obesity such a struggle? I think we have some misconceptions on that. How can I help my patients? How can I help my practices and timing right? And if it is, how do I get started? So basically, first of all, we have an uncontrolled epidemic. The MODEX that you've seen this